So Forest is really coming at a time and an age where the connectivity of this massive global market needs to be done in a different way. The world is really challenged. Packaging is a global business. It's over $1 trillion of transactions every year. Packaging, as I think we know, is under more pressure than it's ever been under. From a standpoint of sustainability, awareness, the carbon footprint, all of this is looking at packaging and asking it to act differently. The vision for Forest is really to simplify this highly complex packaging world. The amount of time and energy it takes to find the right connections, to do the right things in packaging is extremely hard and extremely long and laborious. And that's time people could be spent doing better things, creating better products. And so Forest, I think, is really going to make packaging a much simpler thing for businesses. One of the things I hear the most from brands and buyers of packaging, and it's been what I've heard for many, many years, but it's getting louder and louder as the complexity is growing greater and greater, is they really have a hard time finding new materials, finding new vendors, whether it's a logistic issue or a material issue. There's so much pressure for doing both, finding things that are closer to you, things that are different or better through sustainability and other reasons. And so the buyers of these packaging for brands or for whomever, even buyers for packaging companies that's buying packaging, finds it very hard to connect with the right people and do that in a really efficient manner with great clarity of who they're looking for and what they're getting in that relationship. And then ultimately be able to transact informational, chat, talk about the solution, get samples, get prices, and that can take days, it can take months or weeks, and really to be able to do that at your fingertips and have great feeling about that. And then lastly, the brands in many cases have expectations that the vendors have to meet. And so they go through a whole nother energy to try to clarify if the manufacturers or distributors of packaging can meet those things. Whereas I envision embedding that data into the system so they know that the minute they search for a company, if they're able to meet their prerequisite request, whether that's at a retail level, a brand level, and again, bring great clarity so it's an instant ability to act on the data that they're capturing. And so this is much more like other technologies that we use in the rest of our life of how you find things, how you find people, how you find businesses. And all I'm doing is layering that same concept onto the packaging world as both the generational change is happening and the need for that is rising at a rapid pace.